Along the Chicago River and other waterways, the canals, there would be overflow points. And so the mixture of polluted material, rainwater and sewage, would then go into that waterway.
At times, the overflow would back up into the basements of thousands of homes, and scores of highway underpasses would be flooded, grinding traffic to a halt. Once again, Chicago met the challenge with a bold and ingenious solution. Using the latest tunnel boring technology, engineers dug a series of tunnels through the thick dolomite rock between 150 and 300 feet below the city to literally bottle the rainstorms.
The drop shaft would go down to where the tunnel is, in some cases dropping down 300 feet. The tunnels themselves are as large as 35 feet in diameter and can contain up to 1 billion gallons of combined sewage mixture.
The water is stored in the tunnels and in reservoirs until the storm is over. Then it's pumped back to the surface and into the sewage treatment plant. World War II had a powerful impact on the plumbing industry. By 1940, the War Production Board had severely restricted the use of iron, steel, and copper, and manufacturers had to experiment with new materials such as cast iron and plastics. The innovation started a new wave of improved plumbing products that has continued ever since. It was as recently as the 1940s that Al Moen invented a faucet most of us take for granted.
Al Moen figured out a way to do it with just one handle, and by manipulating this handle achieved the right mixture of hot and cold water, and now single-handed faucets are among the most popular around.
Modern hot water heaters are all equipped with an essential device invented in the 30s by the Watts Regulator Company, who still manufactures them today. It's known in the trade as a T&P valve.
Without a temperature and pressure relief valve, the pressures inside of a water heater can build up to the extent that your water heater may someday take off, and if you live in a 3-story house, it could conceivably go through the first floor and the second floor and the third floor and the roof and end up in a neighbor's house maybe a quarter mile away. These things used to happen quite commonly in America. They still happen once in a while in homes where the water heater does not have a T&P valve, but this was a great invention, and I'm sure has saved untold lives in America, and most people don't even know they have them.
And what will they think of next? Computerized toilets and remote control whirlpools are only the beginning. Cutting-edge science is doing things with wastewater that even the Romans could never have dreamed possible. The basics of safe sanitary plumbing are no longer a challenge for the modern world, but do the innovations continue? In a word, yes.
The bathroom market has exploded with new materials of all kinds, new designs, new shapes from a multitude of manufacturers.
This new toilet from Japan has a computer in it to control the flow of water. It also has a heated seat, a built-in fan to remove odors, and a remote-controlled washlet, which adds the function of a bidet to the unit. High-tech bathrooms, computerized temperature controls, multi-function self-cleaning shower heads, and waterproof wireless remotes for whirlpools that control everything from lighting to the flow of the jets. But beyond the high-tech features, there is a theme to the new wave of plumbing products. And it's consistent with the latest preoccupation of municipalities around the world: water conservation.
Somebody such as myself who may be discussing plumbing history 25, 30, 40, 50 years from now may look back and define one of the watersheds of plumbing history as the 1992 Plumbing Products Efficiency Act, which involved the federal government mandating that no toilet will flush with more than 1.6 gallons of water. The previous standard was 3.5 gallons. They also put restrictions on flows of faucets and shower heads as well. I think it's the first step of what is going to be a continuing trend towards making plumbing products more environmentally friendly?
The future is going to be required that we become custodians of water. We deliver to you fresh, potable, safe water in basically unlimited quantities, and then we take that waste and we send it away. Our challenge is going to be to come to you and to continue doing what we've been doing for the last 10 years, which is slowly reducing the level of water consumption, because it's going to be a battle that we're all facing.
Santee, California. This community of 54,000 was built in a desert valley just east of San Diego. There's virtually no rainfall here, and Santee is at the end of the pipeline that supplies water to Southern California. But despite the short supply of fresh water and droughts, this town is teeming with lush greenery and not one but 7 recreational lakes. It's a phenomenon that would have been impossible 100 years ago. The secret? Recycled water. At this state-of-the-art treatment facility, wastewater from Santee's sewers is converted to crystal clear water, so clean that it meets laboratory standards for drinking water. Once the chemically activated sludge has been removed, the water is filtered and put through an advanced process of biological and chemical treatment. 1 million gallons of reclaimed wastewater are fed to the lakes each day. Another 1 million gallons are used to irrigate the community. The water is distributed throughout Santee through an underground pipeline system that's carefully labeled and color-coded in purple, the standard color to indicate reclaimed water. During the 3 decades since Santee launched its breakthrough experiment, dozens of other communities around the country have implemented their own reclaimed water programs.
They can treat any kind of water. The dirtier it is, the more it costs, but you can treat it. And then they've also established processing treatments for water treatment, so that literally you could take this sewage water very shortly and use it for drinking water.
Shocking as it sounds, experiments are currently underway for that very process. The deliberate and safe introduction of recycled wastewater into potable water supplies. The importance of keeping wastewater as far as possible from drinking water is one of plumbing history's most important and expensive lessons. Now, modern technology has brought us full circle. If mankind has walked the earth for roughly 2 million years, it's only during the last 10,000th of that time that we've had what we consider basic modern plumbing. And yet, living without it is all but unfathomable. Mundane as it may seem, plumbing is our past. It is our future. It is the arteries of our civilization.